welcome, welcome. It is a new fiscal year, you all. Yo, let's get into it, right? It's been a whole lot of things going on as we speak, and we know that in numerology and numbers that this is the year of the eight when we come to what we use over here in this side of the world on earth in our context to what it is when it's dealing with numbers, right? Because we have 2024, which is the eight. We just got out of the year of the seven. And there's so many things that can be discussed and that we will be discussed. And just happy to say that even though we're thinking about a new year already, that's a lot to put on your plate because you're already looking for each month to play out how it is that you see fit for your life. But then that goes against the statement of taking everything one day at a time. These are all the things that are accumulated within our collective consciousness, right? Because some of these things become standard in our living. We have standardized testing that we have to go through, and there's standards of rules and regulations when we're dealing with our economy, society, home groups, and families. Okay, so we know that today is January the 2nd. 2024. Congratulations, everybody who is still here. And for all of those who have lost a family member, condolences to you all. For those who are not here with you, and for those souls that have journeyed on out of this realm, may it be that you receive the peace and enlightenment that you need to become a higher version of yourself if you have had downfalls in this realm, right? I'm gonna get into that deep, but before I do, I want to give to you all some Palo Santos. We're gonna keep the good vibes in this place, in my space that I'm offering to share with you all, because this is an extension of my home that I am giving to you, so that all those good vibes that are already here will stay, and then those that are welcome in, those of you who are welcome in, you will come in when it is your time to come in, right? And that is your welcome from me to you. And you should feel that good vibe. And then you're going to leave those good vibes. Give what you receive, receive what it is that you want to give. And we're going to be in a fair energy exchange, right? Because we know that there's so much been going on where people have not been reciprocating the energies properly. So it went out on its own. So that lets me know that that's just enough. Sometimes there's too much that you can do. It's overboard. We are not going to go overboard. We're going to let the spirit guide us. The spirit of the divine, the spirit of the most high, the spirit of the ancestors that are actually guiding and protecting us through their wisdom and knowledge that they have given us, so that we can know how to apply it, because there's nothing worse than having knowledge, wisdom, and information without knowing how to accurately apply it into our day-to-day lives. So there was multiple downloads, you all. Thank y'all for coming in. As you come in on that note, remember that energy is fluid. We are energy in motion. That energy does not die, and it is very transferable. It transforms forms, right? And it's phases of those transformations that energy, whichever way that it is in existence, will have to change and conform. Let me just get a pillow to put behind my back. Just so I won't have to be trying to sit up too much. Just be in a relaxed state of what it is that we're going through so that I can convey the messages to you all as it has been given to me. I don't want to get too much deep into my own thought because there has been a lot of things going on, and some of them great, some of them not so great, right? And those things that have been great, I encourage you all to focus on them. Keep the meditations of your mind steadfast on the right things, so that could be part of what it is in the manifestation. And all of those affirmations, positive, that you have to give yourself, go right on ahead and do so. That is shining. I don't know. It's just that spark of light. All right. So, oh no, why I keep going down? Okay, that's okay. As you all can see me fine. I don't know if somebody manipulating the tone or whatever, but I have been dealing with a lot of manipulations, y'all. So don't worry. I know what it is that's going on, and I am very aware of your presence, whoever you are. You're making yourself known. Thank you for exposing to me that you are there, even in the unseen. So today, we're dealing with the second day of January. I'm going to go ahead on and get our angel number for today. We're going to get the meaning behind that. We're going to see what other numbers or what other significant information resonates also with that angel number, and the numbers that come through accumulation of the value, how it is that the Most High is giving it to me to give to you all, because there are multiple facets of conveying messages, right? And the message that the Most High have for me to give is not going to be the same as the one that the Most High gives to someone else, even if it's not the Most High who's giving the message to them or myself. Nonetheless, this will still be able to resonate with you all. And why I'm saying that if it's not the Most High, because we know that messages can be interceded, or they can be deterred, or they can be distorted, right? And I'm not going to exclude myself from the collective, because that would be to separate me from what it is that we're living entirety in the entire collective. Every living soul, every living being, whether we consider them to be soulless or not in our vocabulary, right? But we want to invite the Most High. That's why we do the things that we do can seem ritualistic, but it is all of a practice to make perfect within us when we are displaying our characteristics to the rest of the world, right? And goodness and truth. And know that there are down times. There are days that you may not be so much of on a higher level of that vibration, but nonetheless, that light does not change within. It is just something what we call dimmed. But you can still turn up the lights. Still on the dimmer switch. Remember that. As a side show. Okay, so today is January 2nd, 2024, which gives us the angel number 128. And this is where we're going to go with it. And what if information that we have collectively put in the um, atmosphere about these numbers and the sequence that they come in. The angel number 128, 128 has within the series number 1, 2, and 8. These numbers hold different meanings and levels of significance for you, for me. Number 1 stands for the ambition to make it in life, right? The number relates to your desire to attain your goals and the ability to set an even higher aspiration. Things you should know about 128 is that the condition you are in is not permanent. In other words, if these things you are doing are not making you happy, then it's better to change your work. And that work could be, it does not have to be on a job site. Your works are everything that you do. Let me see something. Your works is everything that you do, right? And we're going to consider that. It doesn't have to be just for a financial pay, because there is spiritual pay for those works that you do when you're dealing with things in the spirit, spirit first, and then we come into that physical form. We're dealing with mind and we're dealing with physicality, right? Okay, angel number 128 is considered a lucky number that represents God's presence, power, and energy on this second day of the supposed new year. And then we do have to remember that there are different new years that are recognized everywhere that's different than where you are. In Ethiopia, the new year begins on September 11th, right? And then some of us believe to the notion that the new year should be in the spring when everything comes back to life, supposedly. But nonetheless, it's nothing in my mind to debate about. These are all things that should be reasoned on. And why should it be reasoned? Because if I recall from where I'm living, that there's a lot of foliage that is still able to be seen green. And I don't want to seem like I'm overstepping my boundaries of any of the knowledge and information that others put out in their beliefs. But when seeing becomes a natural thing of believing, then your knowing should elevate you from the depths of the miseducation because of whatever it is that you are reciting from somebody else's words and understanding of life, that the actuality of what's happening in front of you should be all that is evident. There's words as evergreen, there's words as antique when we're dealing with nature. And nature has showed me that through all seasons, there is always life that is prospering, blossoming, and sprouting. That's the whole thing about seasons. There is winter vegetation, there is spring vegetation, there is fall vegetation, there is summer vegetation. When did the earth die? And I'm hearing inside, something inside. And that's the spirit of the essence of the people that are here on the planet. Okay, so we should not get into that state of disbelief because of what it is that we want to make be true. The truth is something that will always stand. And yes, it can stand alone, but it does not have to when there are multiple people holding the truth, or multiple things, beings in life, and whatever it is that's there to stand in that truth, like an evergreen tree that you just finish using throughout the ritualistic holidays celebrating Christmas, right? Was that tree dead when you brought it into your home? When you cut it down, the process of decaying started because you took it and separated it from the root. Are those poinsettias available to you to decorate your home during these winter years? Is that Yule log something that has been harvested way long before it was alive during those seasons, right? So when you consider winter to be a moment of dead, that is from your perspective. But we looking at what it is that the presence of God is giving us throughout all seasons is still life. So I'm not going to debate with anyone on when the new year start. I'm going to tell you when you are recording the new year based on a 12-month cycle, that new year can begin whenever you decide to do something new. How is that so? Because in the month of February, I had my hardest fall, and I decided that within a year time from that month, that things were going to change so that when the next February come around, I will not have the same occurrences, right? So that could be a year for you. The next year could be for someone from June to June. These are personal things when we're dealing with our connection with the divine. This is specifically for each individual and their personal connection with the divine. So the angel number 128 is considered a lucky number that represents God's presence, power, and energy. It is believed that the angels will help you achieve your goals and give you the strength and courage during difficult times. And that's just what we are thinking of when we have this collective new year, right? And those things that we consider to be resolution. What has been resolved at that particular time that you come up with this resolution of things that you are going to carry out throughout the rest of that 12-month cycle? Will you pick yourself up and dust yourself off if you fall short of your own glory to obtain these resolutions? Will you consider that next day, that next month, the start of that new year? And I suggest to you that you very much do so, because every day that is given is a present to behold because of what it is that we're faced with that could swiftly come to all of us without any notice, and that is an end to your life in this realm. So quickly it can happen, and it has happened for many unexpectedly, expectedly, or untimely, as some of us would want to consider it. But we know that all things are done for a reason, and we do not know the plans of the Most High. All right, let's go on. Seeing this number may indicate that big changes are coming your way, and you should embrace them. It is also signifying a period of growth, expansion, bringing opportunity and success and abundance, right? That's what we're looking for when we saw those New Year's resolutions. If we have had financial downsets, right? The number is related to material needs, See? And personal authority in mastering one's destiny. This is definitely encouraging you all to be on your personal journey. Your personal journey, my personal journey, his personal journey, her personal journey, right? In your personal life, it suggests that give, you're giving equal attention to the past and the future and not being too impacted by what others say about you. So this is definitely living in your truth, being every bit of who you are and who the Most High He created you to be. And if that's you being somebody who is very transparent about everything in your life, and you feel that you want people to know what it is that you do on every level, that is definitely for you. That's what you chose. So that is what it is that is telling you to be in your personal, your impact that you will bring on the life on to others and into this life, right? Some of us may not want to be so no, I'm not going to say exploitive, but informative about our personal lives. Some of us may feel like, you know what, I'm going to give what it is that is just enough of me because I may be a big gulp. And if you try to swallow me all at once, you may get choked. We don't want to be in that particular fashion. So now is the time for us to get in that energy of the 128 on this day, the second day of this new cycle in the Gregorian calendar with this physical year that we're going into with the um, 2024 with the 8, right? I have not. I've been a little bit slow, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. All of these downloads came to me, and from those of you who have been here before with me, when we go through the calculated value of the day, you know that I would usually have everything already pulled up for what it was that was given to me. But today, the Most High said, just go at it with all of the things that I have given you in downloads and take your time one step at a time and pull these things up as you go through what it is that you are conveying in the message. And I'm going to order your steps. I'm going to order your words. So I'm letting that be done, letting the will of the Most High be done. All right. So we know that the 128 is the angel number that was given for today because of today being January 2nd, 2024. And then we have out of that value the number 11, which gives us a 2. We are going to look into all of those things as they come. And I want to inform you that we have a number of other things that have been given to me to go into. The spirit animal for today is the honey badger, right? And then we also have the cherry blossom as the um, the spirit flower for today. And then we have the weeping willow as the tree that was given. And the song that was the channel song for today is Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Patti LaBelle. By Patti LaBelle. I don't know why LaBelle. Who is LaBelle? LaBelle, but I can see how that rhymes with Lovell. But if your name is Lovell, maybe this message is specifically for you. And then I did hear Lavelle, the comedian. So we'll go further into those things as well. Let's see what else there is. So we're dealing with the 8 in numerology for the accumulation of the year. This is the year to achieve, right? All the numbers in numerology. The number 8 is the achiever. So that's what we're going to be doing, you guys, setting our mind, focusing on what it is that we want to achieve. And we're going to use that knowledge and wisdom and apply it accurately to achieve what it is that we need to do in goodness and our goals. And the achiever measures life by the goals it reaches, right? It is good business sense to be an achiever, a powerful presence, and a strong drive for success. The 8 is also a symbol of balance. So that means that there's a lot of things that is going to be being balanced out from what it is the energies have been already put out into this life. We have to take into account for the usage of the words that we have let been spoken and go forward, like karma, right? These things are not being put into our existence for any reason. They are useful and they have a specific role. Every note, every tone that comes across our diaphragm, from out of our lungs, go through our larynx, and across our tongues and out of those pearly gates have a specific meaning. We know that word, sound, has a power, and that we are spelling every moment that we speak, in every moment that we read, in every moment that we think repetitively of certain things. That's why we have words as meditation, and that's why we have words as premeditation when it comes to our deeds and our acts. And we're going to get further into those things too, but we want to be balanced with them all because we know that too much sugar is too much of a thing for you, and it could cause um, detriment to you. And then we know too much salt is a thing that could be good, but too much of it. I mean, salt is a thing that could be good, but too much of it can be a detriment as well. So we want to have a balance of it. I'm hearing sweet and sour. Somebody wants sweet and sour chicken, right? The sweet and the savory, sugar and the spice, all of these things that make up our living, these word compounds, these compound words and synonym acronyms, nouns, pronouns, adjectives, and verbs. Those are the words that are more meaningful to me because they are those words that take action, right? They don't just sit. So that's what we want to be in verbiage, right? And we're going to use the right jargon for whatever it is that we are achieving in our life, because we got to remember that the 8 is, it has good business sense. When you're dealing with that, this is our business. You are your own business. That's why you hear a lot of time people saying mind your business when they're talking about their personal information, whether it be your name, your social security number, your date of birth, the things that you like, your mental health, your physical health, or what have you, when you're dealing with your own entirety. But we're looking at what it is that we're going to use with the jargon and getting those words in their rightful power, because so many of the words have been distorted by the beliefs and the usage of them, right? The word. Okay, for every blessing it receives, it puts one back out to the universe. That's what we dealing with. I was just saying that. I didn't know that this is what would be the end statement of this um, notion that's up here from what is Google with the numerology of the number 8. When we're dealing with the number 8, is an angel number. is a symbol of balance, abundance, success, and karma. These are the things that I was just saying. These are the things that we should know. These are the things that we're looking at. And then we think about the eight, and you resemble it to the infinity sign. We know that when we go through one end of a tunnel, that there should be another in out of that tunnel, but everything that we bring into that tunnel with us is coming out as well. But if you go into a tunnel that you're making headway through, that all of that debris that's there that you're making that headway through has to come out of that tunnel as well, because it cannot stay behind. You will push it forward. It's like the clearing of the pipes, right? And for those of you who are musicians, when you blow through the pipes of an instrument, one note, it has to go all the way through in order for you to go through with that next breath to pipe out the next note. And that's what you're going to get back, that sound. If you are not in that right vibration, if it is a wood instrument, wood string, right? Some of them have reeds like clarinets and all kind of other things that you would be able to make that vibration through when you speak that breath to create that note through. If there is a bad vibration, then that note will not sound right, but it still has to go out in order for you to make the correction with that next note that you exhale, so that you can excel and we getting better, right? So that's what we're looking at, the balance of what it is that we're putting out that is coming back, this balance and abundance and the success and the karma. If you have been equally yoked with what it is that you are putting out in the divine, and I'm not talking about equally yoked in a marriage, because the marriage has already been made with the church and the bridegroom. We all are the church, right? So you are yoked within the spirit of the Most High, and this is no joke. Married to the Most High is what I just heard. Somebody's going into solitude. It is a very well dedicated engagement. You will achieve what it is that you need to achieve. That's where we're at in the eight. So we got past that on the first line. And then we know that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits that we're dealing with this particular. Let me see what's going on. All right. So if the phone go out, I have it hooked to the charger while I'm recording. You know, this is something that I did not plan to just automatically do. Um, Sorry about the interruption, y'all. Just bear with me as we go through this, because I know I'm dealing with so much. I'm faced with people in the background constantly trying to deter me from what it is that I got going on. They're hacking my devices. I don't know if it's personal with the YouTube or whoever, but I would not want to believe that this is YouTube. Some platform that has the ability to make things happen differently for your life when it comes to the people that you get connected with. But then I also know that there's hackers that's out there that just are relentless with deterring people from what it is that the Most High has put inside of them for messages, because it goes against their belief, and they have a collective agenda to make people in disbelief stay asleep to the fallacies of this world. Hold on, you guys. Just bear with me. We're going to get through this thing. Maybe this is what it is that I have to do in order to get some resolve to what my particular situation is right now. It has been a long and hard journey, but nonetheless, I will continue to journey on. And for those of you who have been dealing with a lot of stuff that is unexplained, you may feel, you know, you don't know why things are happening the way that they're happening. You got a lot of activity that's going on. Um, you got a lot of looks from people that's around you. You don't know what it is that you've done to them, or why they won't give up on their uh, fight against what it is that the Most High has put inside of you. But let me tell you this, don't be discouraged. Be encouraged and take it as, you know what? I am a fabulous person. This is why all of these things are happening, because I am someone worthy of what it is that I am doing. And the Most High selected me, right? To be the one to convey these messages, to be the one to give you what it is that some may be afraid to do. And even if they use computer generated images or filters or what have you to make you appear a certain way, keep going forward and press through, because we know that there is all sorts of manipulations that people use. Okay, so I'm okay, so I'm gonna just leave it right here, y'all. y'all, y'all. If you watching live, if you watch if you watching live, if you watching live and this is in your feeds and your streams, let me tell y'all, this is so it's so crazy, because I'm about to see what's going on. My phone don't usually have these problems with brightness, and I remember I when I first started out on this video, it was bright as you can possibly think it would be. See how the lighting? Okay, so for those of you all, I'm gonna get off of what it is just a little bit to enlighten you how you know when someone else is hacking your device, or they're intercepting your video feed as you are recording, because of the settings that your phone is in, even with the lighting. All right, going to us being light beings from a source on high. So when the light come down and those rays are shining down, and there's a cloud that come, it's going to distort the hue Not think about human. Don't worry about that. Get outside of that. It's going to distort the hue, which is a thing for those of us who are visual artists know that it's called. Um, you have translucent, you have opaqueness, right? See how they keep messing with the video, the translucentness of my sight, the brightness or the darkness of my sight, how it goes in it. That's how you know when somebody is distorting your images, the brightness, the lightness. Now, some of you all may have phones that probably try, it has an app that's within it or a function within it that will try to adjust on its own. But at the same time, we dealing with principalities and energies in high and low places. People do all kind of nefarious things you would never think of because they have the ability to manipulate devices, right? They are every bit of what you would call someone that's trying to be a vexation. Nonetheless, I don't want you all to get caught up on my image because this body, when I am out of this body, when it is time for the grand design of the Most High to extract me from this body, I don't want you to get caught on the image of what it is that you see of me or the image of what it is that you see of someone who is a very good presence in spirit, right? And that's how you know the spirit, by not getting caught on imagery, but to be every bit of what it is in essence of the person, right? To be every bit in the essence of what it is that is the person. So pay attention to my voice and not what you hear inside. Pay attention to my spirit and know what it is that you feel. For those of you who are empathic, but know that that's where we're at with things. We're dealing with spiritual warfare, and it has been very hairy, heavy, heavy, heavy. Hear me. All right. Maybe somebody's hairy. Got Harry and the Hendersons. That might be a movie for the family to watch. Bigfoot. And I just heard is a person named Henderson. Their last name or the first name is a Harry person. Okay, so let's continue on with what it is. There's a lot of karma that's coming back around, good and bad. These things will be imminent to your success or their downfall. And then we're dealing with abundance. There's going to be an abundance of these things happening. Why? Because these scales are in the process of being balanced out for the collective. A whole lot of going around that has been going around does not want to get the comeback around, right? Because we know what goes around has to come back around. And that's in the word sound power in the vibration of what we all have selected to be in its true meaning. Regardless to how some of us want to distort these things, it has a significant to our existence. All right, so we got that on the 8th. Now let's go into what it is that the 11 is giving us in the accumulation of the 1 to 8 angel meaning. We're going to go with the angel number 11. The angel number 11 is a master number that represents spiritual awakening. Some of you have just been brought into your spiritual awakening of who you are truly are, and what it is that the Most High is asking of you in this life. This have everything to do with your personal connection with the divine that is also embedded in the 128, right? And we're dealing with intuition and enlightenment. The number 11 is an amplified energy of the number one, which symbolizes new beginning and leadership. Some of you are having a new beginning as a leader. This is the first time that you will be taking the roles on to convey specific messages to the collective or be in that light of what it is. I'm just hearing some of you are teachers on many levels. We got teachers, and some of you will be elevating into guru status. This is where we begin with the um what I want to say. And some of them may seem like they may think that it's a battle, right? And we dealing with um balancing, right? That is a battle because you know that when you dealing with scales, it has a motion. Something has to be applied to the scale in order for it to balance. If it's something that is heavier on this side than what it is on this side, then that friction will actually try to balance itself out. And then us as women who know, right? Those who are born women, we know. And there's I'm using this physical example because some of you have to have physical examples to understand where it is, where this knowledge and wisdom is coming from within me conveying this information to you. A woman, we will balance, right? We have breasts. One side may be a little bit more full than the other side. And then that's when you deal with the bra, the straps of your bra to balance what it is that you are holding. You may have to adjust one side a little bit more looser or one side a little bit more tighter in order to do what it is that you need to do, right? So that's what we're going to go with it. All right. For those who know, know. For those who are learning, make sure that you pick the right teachers to teach you what it is that you are seeking in your knowledge. So we know that there's a force and a friction that has to be applied in order to balance things out. Those who are naturally born women, you know these things because we are always having to balance, and especially during motherhood, because you have to balance a healthy lifestyle for yourself in order to bring forward that new life. You should trust in your inner wisdom and seek guidance and support from higher forces. I was just saying that. I did not read this part before I spoke it. We're going to be in sync and we're going to stay in sync with it is that the universe is allowing over here, right? Because I'm tired of what it is that these forces outside of what it is inside of me getting the advantage. This is the end of your search for what it is you seek within me. The followers of my light, those vexations, those botherations. Your end is now. This is the year that you receive your karma. That's no threat. Is already a promise to you for what it is that you have already put upon the scales when it comes to the hindrance that you're trying to place upon my calling. I'm sorry for you being a stumbling block in my way. That is not my fault. So we're dealing with the 11. Again, the 11 is a master number that represents spiritual awakening, intuition, and enlightenment. It is an amplified. That means it is double time. The amount of what it is that is inside of that number one, symbolizing new beginnings and leadership. Seeing the angel number 11 is a sign that the universe is offering you a chance to grow and strengthen your spiritual connection. These are for you who are all those low vibrational beings. Now, you don't want to continue on in that same cycle, but know this, that you will get the karma for what it is that you have already put forward, right? You're going to receive that in every bit of what it is that you put forward. That's the only way that your karmic debt could be repaid. Unless you are spiritually bankrupt and there's no hope for you after that. You just have to wait your turn to receive a new life if the Most High decides for you to be reborn. But we know that rebirth is happening all the time in every single way. See how this doing? It don't do nothing better. All right. So maybe it's a glare. But like I say, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just focus on the messages that's coming through. And I need to focus. It's just a message for me because it's like that vexation that you know that's there, but then it's okay because in this light you can see the essence of the Most High shining on me, right? In so many different ways. So we know that it's about seeking your inner wisdom. That's what I was speaking of before we even got to the number 11. That knowledge and that wisdom apply. That's what I was speaking about before we even got to the number 128. So we're going to be in that particular fashion of what it is that is going on in synchronicity to the messages that the Most High has given us. We know that the number 11, a cumulative value, is a number 2. We want to get to the singular form, right? We want to get to the singular form because in representation of getting to the singular form means that we're going back to the source of where everything is coming out of. And that's the way that we can directly address all of the issues that are there. And if it's not an issue, just what it is that's there, the energy. All right. So back again with the sublet of what it was on the 11, going back to the 8, that the angel number 2 is everything in this day. We got the angel number 2 being a cumulative value of the January 2nd, 2024. And then we got the 2 represented itself multiple times. We got the second day. We got the 2024 year. So we got 2. They give us a 1, but that attention, pay attention. Can you keep up? This is a message that is for those who are in the accelerated class and for those who would like to be in that acceleration of the class. Now, the 2 brings us back all the way to the 8 with balance, harmony, and cooperation. We have to be very aware of that balance being what is being restored. A lot of those low vibrational entities and beings that does not want balance to be restored are in their wits end. They do not know what to do because so much of what it is that's going on, people have been calling for justices for those injustices that have been done, and that karmic debt has to be repaid. There's no way to avoid it. And until those karmic debts are repaid, then there is going to be an imbalance and there won't be any harmony. But we all are part of the collective, no matter what race, religion, creed, age, group, or alphabetical association that you take upon. It is a must for you to cooperate if you are someone who is desiring for life to get better. That's what going with the motion of the vibration of the collective is about. Okay, so that's what we add with the end of the angel numbers that are in the collective for today with this January 2nd, 2024, the 128 angel number. Take these notes and use them for yourself. The cumulative value of the 128 on a breakdown is the 11, and then we have a 2. And I'm hearing somebody in November. You can be born in November. 2 can resonate deeply with you for some particular reason. You are someone who is fascinated with the symbology of the number 8 and duality and infinity, right? Let's keep going on because we got more to go into, and we are already 55 minutes in. There has been a lot of disturbances throughout this video, but nonetheless, those disturbances have not deterred my peace, because peace is something that is within. And all the things that I have been made aware of, to what has been those vexations that are trying to deter my peace, are only what it is, a try, and it's attempts. And thank you for those attempts, because you are actually helping me to spar so that I can sharpen my craft, my tools. Iron sharpen iron. Iron and clay. I'm hearing iron and clay. And then I also heard Iron and Clay Ministries. All right. So, is there any significance to our current life with this angel number 128? All right. When we look in the popular searches, someone, this is strange. 128 ounces to gallon. Somebody want to know that. That's a popular search. We have 128 Broadway, Ackland. What is that? Let's look into that before we get into some other stuff, because these are about to win. Okay, so the 128 Broadway, Auckland, is Focus Law. And there's a website. This may be specifically for someone in the collective, my collective, that is actually someone that is in the collective that is actually having legal issues. And it may not be that you need to specifically seek out this particular firm, but this seems like it is every bit of an international law group. It's Focus Law. and this is a place in New Zealand. There is a number for those of you who are interested in getting outside sources for help for whatever legal issues that you are having. And I'm hearing specifically it may have everything to do with the injustices that has been caused to you through social media sites that you may want to contact outside of the American forces to get help, because if you are here in America, then is every bit of those people who are against you that are here, right? Let me go back. So this 128 Broadway Ackland is in New Zealand. They're empowering rights, delivering solutions, your trusted partners in law. This is somebody in the collective. And what was I just talking about before this came up? About those injustices that some of those low vibrational beings do not want to be um, responsible for. They're going to have to pay. All right. So there's an about site. Let me just give you something of this. This is from the Focus Law, your trusted partners in legal excellence. Nestled in the vibrant heart of Auckland's new market, Focus Law stands as a beacon of legal um, powers and clients centered service. Since our inception in 2005, we have been dedicated to delivering exceptional legal solutions that bridge the gap between um, intricate legal landscapes and practical realities for everyday life. So that means on every level of what it is that you possibly have been violated, that this is something that you can use to help to get justice for these injustices. And I'm hearing that a lot of the social media groups that are out there that have not protected their patrons as well as they should have been may be held liable as well. All right. Our multilingual team, fluent in English, Mandarin, Cantonese, and Shanghainese, reflects our commitment to embracing diversity and serving a global clientele. This, see what I'm. Okay, so just take this as a divinely guided message to you for what it is that you're going through, and even for myself, to be in action in what it is that you need. Sometimes you have to seek outside sources other than those that are in your community, because it possibly could be your community or those who consider themselves to be your community who are actually attacking you. Why? Because they're in a cancerous stage. I've been hearing a lot of talk about a cancer that has been doing a lot to the community, especially those who are spiritualists and conveying messages from the divine, and which way that the divine has given for them to convey the message. The cancer keep coming up. But what the spirit is telling me, that these people are possibly hiding behind the facet of a cancer, because they're not the cancer, but a cancer. What is a malignant cell? What is obsessively advanced and accelerated growth that is becoming a dysfunction within the body of the Most High, right? So you have to seek other sources outside of that community in order to get the justice that is definitely going to be rendered to you. All right. Our multilingual team, fluent in English, Mandarin, Cantonese, Shanghainese, and reflects our commitment to embracing diversity and serving a global clientele. So the focus law is for everyone. This is what I was saying before, that I bowed because I am bowing to the Most High that is given these bits of information. We're going to take a bite out of crime. McGruff. All right, let's go forward. With a profound understanding of cultural nuances, we strive to break down language barriers and create a seamless legal experience for all. So, those is everyone included. This is their mission statement. And I'm hearing that some of you all who are starting your business, this is part of the reason why it is to have an online presence that has a website that is greatly built so that people can get for firsthand what it is that your mission is about. And these are the things that you should expect when you are patronizing a business, right? And that's where business go back into the 128. This is good business in the year of the 8. At Focus Law, we bring a deep well knowledge and experience to guide you through the complexities of property transaction, commercial ventures, family and personal dynamics, and a intricate web of litigations. So, in that intricate web of litigation lies also as well the legalities when we're dealing with the world wide web, right? And then that goes along with the ever changing standards of cyber laws, which is part of the globalization of business. It becomes an international thing, especially when you're dealing with commerce and trade. But our mission extends beyond expertise. It is about empowering you to navigate the legal realm with confidence. Our unwavering focus is a safeguard for interests, be it in business ventures, investments, and marital and relationship dynamics or civil dispute. See what I'm saying? I did not even see that before I'm speaking. This is the knowledge within that they do not want me to convey to you, because you cannot unlearn what you have learned. And if you have learned things that are very functional in this life until we uh, transition to another realm of their life where it may be a little bit different but somewhat the same, this is what it is, and this is the it that I'm going to continue to deliver regardless to what vexations that you try to uphold, even within the darkness. Because as well as we see whatever darkness that they try to cast upon me at this particular time, it is in my darkness where I deliver the lightest of the light and information to the collective. And that was displayed months ago with the incidences that was happening with Entergy. What sets us apart is our holistic approach. We don't just see cases, we see people with unique needs and aspirations. We listen intently to your concerns, your aspirations, and your goals, crafting personalized strategies that align with your vision. Our dedication to understanding your individual journey fuels our passion for excellence. Let us be by your side, transforming complexities into clarity and uncertainties into confidence. Your story is our inspiration, and your success is our mission. And I'm going to tell you all, if you do not stop playing with me, you will not have to worry about just the focus law. There's so much other law that you will have to deal with. I advise you to quit while you're down because you're not going to get ahead. All right. So that was a bit of the 128 that came up in popular searches. The 128 Broadway, Auckland, New Zealand. Go ahead on and write that down as the focus law. Take your notes from whatever it is that I'm giving to you that you would like. That is definitely okay with me. And there's multiple other law firms and groups that has come up as well, what is on the 128. Now let's go back with some more searches because we got that understood. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. All right, so that is all that we will get on the agent number 128 as far as when it comes to popular searches that are significant to this message today, what is on in relevance to the balancing of karma and injustices being served accurately according to what injustices has occurred. Okay, now let's go into some more stuff because it's about to get even more exciting. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. What? You have not seen anything yet, Mr. Man, Miss Lady, whoever you are. Y'all two work together, right? On the downside, down low, down bad. We got the honey badger coming up next for the spirit animal. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. It's all right, all right. The honey badger is a spirit animal that symbolizes the need to fight. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I was just saying, oh my goodness. I didn't put no lotion on today, y'all. I did not. I just washed my face and I didn't put no lotion on. Honey badger is a spirit animal that symbolizes the need to fight for the life of your dreams. Do you hear me? Are you home? Somebody calling your name. When love come knocking at your door, when strength come knocking at your door, when peace come knocking at your door, are you going to answer the call? Or are you going to hide like you are not home? And if you're not home, somebody else, it might be a home invasion. I just heard that. Attempted. And see, what I'm not going to do is go into these streams that I have been having. Because when I do that, we're going to be dealing with a whole different sector of what McGruff is going to bite down on the crime. But right now, we're trying to get our spirit aligned with what it is that the Most High have coming for us with this fight for our life of our dreams, not those nightmares that those supposed projectors have been projecting. You horrific writers. You will get no glory in this story. The honey badger is a spirit animal that symbolizes the need to fight for the life of your dream. It is a small creature but its implications as a spirit animal are significant. People who emulate the traits of the spirit animal are often seen with great influence, command, and control. That's what being able to be in control of you. Do you own your craft? I am the owner of this body. I am not subleasing it to anyone that cannot be birthed through me. Did you hear that? Ladies, do not sublease your creativity through your womb. Whether it is barren or whether it is fruitful, to no one that is not in alignment with the Most High God. Because there is something that you would have to take back on that release of that breath of life. This is your instrument. Now is the time to be in alignment with what it is in your divinity. God is God, and what it is that you bring to the collective. And inside of that, God is inside of you. Everything that has been corrupted against what you are naturally birthed for shall pass. Those are the things that you call NPCs. No matter what part or what role they actually play in your life, because they're trying to be something that they are not. You are creation. They are a recreation because they have to be recreated. But we know we're going to go back into this. Let me do this again. The honey badger is a spirit animal that symbolizes the need to fight for the life of your dreams, not someone else's. It is a small creature, is but its implications as a spirit animal are significant. People who emulate the traits of the spirit of this spirit animal are often seen with great influence, command, and control. They have the power to pursue whatever they want in life, whatever you want. And I want everything that I need to have the life of my dreams. This is personal. Don't get in my way. Cherry blossom is the next thing that is up on the board. Why is the cherry blossom so significant for today? All right. All right. We're going to go into that. Let me do some stuff right quick. Let me switch up the energy, bring it back down a little bit. I feel that fire coming up inside of me. Boy, boy, boy. That spirit there. Ooh.
Transients.
All right. You heard that? That's where we at. Okay, that's what's going on. So let's get back to what it is that I'm going to say from what it is that is already put out by the collective. The cherry blossom spirit flower meaning is spiritual growth and enlightenment, as the transience of life, right? Beauty, renewal, and hope. What is transience? For all of you who do not know, the state or fact of lasting only for a short time, transient in nature. That's what we all are. That's what is happening. This is the return on the change of the 8. Remember, the shift and the flip already happened. Why do we see so many waters going in different places? Because it had to be flipped to another side. Why did it have to be flipped to another side? Because so many people on one side have already been in separation for so long, right? And the vibration of the places that these things have flipped upon are significant. I'm not going to get deeper into this because that's when we're going into my darkness, and that's when we're going to be here for hours on hours. And I don't have that to give you. I still have other things to give to today. And I want to be in balance with everything that I'm doing. All right, the chances of life, beauty, renewal, and hope, wealth, abundance, and prosperity, love. Oh my Lord. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, Most High, for everything that it is that you have bestowed upon me in knowledge and wisdom and information to convey these messages that you have given directly to me, to the collective, that is definitely relevant to what it is today, at this moment, in this time, and that has not been planned out, but only a significant sign of what it is that you do at the moment, at the time, because that's all that we have is the moment. That is a part of the time that we are living. This is so much together. I don't make this stuff up. And it's astonishing me because the Most High chose me to say, listen. And I'm thankful that I had elders that taught me how to listen, how to fight, how to walk, and how to pray. And I'm not mad that I was brought up in a church house, the sanctuary, because I know that I am a part of the church. Let me take it. No matter how many interruptions that we go through right now on this video, you see it in real time. What I'm up against is principalities in high places and low places. But what you up against is the maker of all when you dealing with me. Because that's who I'm calling on, the Most High. I'm not leaning on to my understanding and not understanding of man, because he already told me put my trust in no man. Because I know man has fell short of the glory of the Most High. And that is not just a man, but all man life that come from the sector of man. And that includes women and children. Because we can betray ourselves. And we can be betrayed by those who are like ourselves. Women betray women every day. Men betray men every day. Children are fighting every day with amongst themselves. And then all are fighting with against each other, with each other or against each other. But I would rather be fighting with you than against you, for those who are on the right side of the fight for what it is that we know we want in the collective. And it's a change because it's long overdue. And it does not involve a president being elected to make that happen, because we know, yes, we can. Remember? We expected a change and it never happened. It may have been the onset of a change to enlighten us about what did not change and what should change. But this is where we are. The cherry blossom, wealth and abundance and prosperity. How well does that go with the 8? Love and life and hope. beauty and brevity of life. And that's where we add with the spiritual meaning of the cherry blossom, the flower that was given for the day, and just thinking about that aromatic smell, right? Let's see something else because we doing this as it comes. All right. Okay, so what just came up is the heart chakra, the cherry blossom agate, which has a strong affinity for the heart chakra. Is frequently used to encourage spontaneity and joy. This is what I am doing. I am enjoying this. The spontaneity that the Most High is bestowing upon me as these things come. We going at it as they come. This is not a plan because I don't want to plan nothing when the Most High already planned it out. Wearing it every day will help you live a happier life. This is if you have been having attacks against your joy because of the things that you already have. You are happy with what you have already, but you need some protection. Whew, I'm getting this feeling. It's like, oh, if I can touch somebody and let them feel this electricity that is flowing through my heart right now because of the thought of you protecting yourself in this cherry blossom, recognizing is going back with the honey badger, and the honey badger going back with the eight, and the cherry blossom going back with the eight, and abundance and joy, and being in tune with the divine, and karma coming, justice coming, the focus, all of it. Y'all just don't know how this make me feel from my head to my toe. If I could just just embrace you with it, this feeling that's running through me right now to enlighten you or just to uplift you, I would. But that's what it is that you need to be able to fight back because remember that that's why the honey badger came up because it's saying that you got to fight, but you have to know what tools to use to fight and to help you through what it is that you're going through. It's your personal, a heart chakra, but the cherry blossom agate. Let me see what it look like. They have somebody selling it. You might need to get some of it. All right. You might want to go around somewhere where they got cherry blossoms or just get the essential oil and put it on the oil burner. I'm going to tell you, those little candle oil burners that you can find at the Dollar Tree, they are good because of the ceramic that is made with. It doesn't have a coating that has a smell that would deter the essential oils. It will actually be better for you to use that. Or if you get a cherry blossom candle, don't put no light to this because you don't want to burn something that you're going to have to put out. Whenever you light a flame and you have to put it out, that's part of the essence of what it is that's within you because these are all the things that you are touching. These are all the things that you putting your energy into. And I was just told, they told me to tell y'all when y'all lighting y'all candles, don't blow them out. And it's not no witchcraft, no voodoo. You have to know that when you light your candle, you need to snuff the fire because that's your energy that you putting on there. So you don't want to blow your light out. You want to let it be put out. Don't blow it out. That's your breath that's going across that flame. Now, those back to those essential oil burners. When you get those essential oil burners, wherever you get them from, cheap, expensive, however, you know your taste. Use a tea light that is non-scented. If you like soy candles, whatever, use that. But put that on there is recommended for you to do that. That's what I'm getting today with this cherry blossom um presence that's coming up. Now, let's move on to the tree that came up. Because remember, we were talking about before we got to this point with the cherry blossom and knowing that it is recognizing with resonating with the heart chakra. That's where we want to hit it because we want people to feel that love. That's what we coming at. Remember that knock knock. What you gonna do when love come knocking for you? We knocking on the heart. We wanted frequency in that particular vibration, and we're gonna use all of the tools that we have to fight as the honey badger. So the weeping willow is the tree. You're thinking about things that are growing in green. There's always life sprouting. Every year is every year, every day, every moment in time, life is happening. Has nothing stopped it entirely. All right, so the spiritual meaning of the weeping willow is a tree that symbolizes sadness, grief, and mourning. And this is coming in because somebody probably have been grieving and mourning. But I'm hearing you have to mourn the death of those old ways in order to be able to be transient. Come on, Holy Spirit. Give it to me how it go, not how I want to paint a picture. You are the artist, the grand artist. I am a muse of what it is that you are bestowing upon me to convey this message at this time. Somebody been mourning. Somebody is sad with grief because they probably have lost a loved one, as well as those of you who are in transit because of letting go of old ways and old beliefs that no longer serve you where you going in your new beginning, where is very reflective of the 11 that is an amplified version of the number 1. Its names come from the raindrops that fall from its branches resembling tears, right? And I remember growing up around a weeping willow tree and to see how it looked. I mean, you just gotta be there. It also represents humility, submission, balance, learning, growth, stability, and healing. Balance. See how this keep coming up? Let me tell you, whoever you are watching, I don't know who you are. Thank you for tuning in. TJ, if that's you, thank you. I appreciate you. This I plan on not doing a numerology, energy, any kind of whatever for a while. I said I'm going to take a break for a while so I can get some things clear with me. I need to be in motion. I feel like what I'm doing here on YouTube is stagnating me. But actually, with all of the downloads for the things that have been given to me just randomly, they balance, they go together, and I didn't see it. But I'm so excited because that balance keep coming up. We dealing with the year of the 8, with the 2024. And every symbol that the Most High have given me is resonating within that balance, resonating within that growth, being stable. Because that's you have to be stable in order to have balance. What we're talking about with wisdom, knowledge, and the weight up high. We're learning. That's what learning is about. To how to properly apply the knowledge that you have obtained throughout this life. But then the weeping willow Flower signifies grace, sensitivity, nurturing, intuition, and flexibility. And I'm looking at that flexibility because when you see a weeping willow blowing in the wind, that wind could be fierce. And if you ever see a weeping willow when there's like a storm about to come, and you see how those flowers or the leaves or whatever you want to call them on it just be moving and moving and moving, you're like, damn, look like it's about to get torn apart. But it's not, because it's flowing with that motion. That's what being balanced about. Being able to flow with that motion. Grace, sensitivity, nurturing, intuition, and flexibility. That's what flexibility is about. Because you see that life can be a troubled sea sometimes, but if you are flexible enough to ride that wave, then you are riding the wave. You are above it. You won't sink, even if you in it. In that water, in that troubled water, the flexibility that you have created with your intuition from the knowledge and wisdom and knowing how to apply it will allow you to rise above in the surface of that water. You over it. Even though you are in that body of that water, you are over it because you have been understanding of what it is that you going through, so that inner standing could come through your inner strength from your inner G, that inner gangster. Let's get gangster like that honey badger, right? The tree can also symbolize immortality, rebirth, and endurance of love and family despite death. What was we just talking about? With that transientness that is allowing the weeping willow and the cherry blossom to connect. And I'm going to tell you this, I was trying to choose because the both of them came simultaneously. It was the cherry blossom that came in the weeping willow, and I was trying to make a plan for it. The Most High said, no, there's no plan for this. They both have significance to this message that I'm about to bestow upon you this day. So you're going to talk about both of them. And I'm looking this information up right now, real time in front of you. I can't do a screen share because I already know y'all waiting for to get into every bit of device that I have. So you can dissect to see if what I'm telling you is where it's coming from. A source that cannot be touched, but it has been backed up, right? Because that's the only thing we using our sites for is references to what it is that we're conveying. Justice for those of us who had just been just us, right? The weeping willow encourages crying, forgiveness, empathy, and sympathy. And that's what we are at. These are some of the messages that I'm going to offer to you in protecting yourself from the things that has been coming against you, intuitives, for your empathy, for being ever forgiving, and from allowing yourself to purge yourself through crying. And that's part of why I feel this overwhelming sense of um tears just welling up. But the most I say, you cried. Oh yes, have you cried? And I hear somebody might be looking at you for the times that you cried, but they crying on the inside, and that's a dark place to be, on the inside with your tears, because they are feeling up inside of their heart space. That's why you probably need to get that cherry blossom agate. When I'm looking at it, they have suggested sites that are selling the cherry blossom agate stone on Etsy. They got some for $11.90. They got some for $12.99. They got some earrings for $2 on Etsy. The different styles and shapes and stuff like that. Go ahead on and treat yourself. Or if you are a family member, lover, loved one, or friend of someone who you know need that clearing in their heart space, go ahead on and get that cherry blossom for them, that cherry blossom agate. Or if you are creative and you know how to make it, go ahead on and make that. And it's like encouragement. They say, what you talking about? You make stuff. You make it. And I possibly will. All right. So we got on that. Let's get to somewhere over this rainbow. Okay. My sister, mother, Patti LaBelle. Okay. All right. Okay. So the words are as follow. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dream that you dare to dream really do come true. Look how this go together. Come on, Most High. What we were dealing with? Talking about your dreams. With the honey badger. The honey badger is a spirit animal that symbolizes the need to fight for the life of your dreams. This is where somewhere over the rainbow. I was questioning what this got to do with that. What that got to do with that? The Most High said, "Trust in me, no man. I'm going to show you what it have to do with what I'm telling you." And the connection you have to me is going to lead you to everything that you need to see. Because what I will not do is leave you, nor will I forsake you, is what the Most High said to me. Lean not to your understanding, lean on me. I said, thank you, Father, for you are arting in heaven. And what a beautiful picture that you have painted for me that cannot be disturbed, because the perception of life is just that, from the one who is perceiving. So the imagery of what their verbiage will display is from what they have perceived. But I am giving it to you, my daughter, because I know you can see beyond the veil what it is I'm saying to you. That's what we're going back with it. Lyrics, somewhere over this rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops. And I'm talking about them clouds because remember what I was talking about when I say how this video is? You'll see when it first came in how clear the light was, so you didn't have to think about what you're seeing in my sight. right? And I was talking about how those rays come down of light when you know that something is a disturbance. See, that cloud is the disturbance that block or counteract what it is that the light is trying to shine upon, right? Or where that light is going. That's why you can't see the clouds, the sun through the cloud. But you know the sun is always shining. That cloud is just a blocker. But then this is telling you, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. So they can't block me from behind. You see, those clouds. They have to try to get in front of me to block what it is that the Most High is shining on me. Or that is the Most High is letting shine from me. See, like that stream of light that's right here? But let it shine on me. That's what it's showing you. Regardless of who tried to block, the Most High still is going to let the light be shone upon me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. If birds fly over the rainbow, then why? Oh, why can't I? Why can't I? If birds fly over the rainbow, why can't I? Why can't I? I got to get over. I got to get over. I got to get over. I got to get over the rainbow. Oh, why can't I? And that's the end of the song. But the question cannot be asked without actually having the answer. You ask a question to those who you're proposing it to because you have the answer, and the answer lies all within you. That's why we're getting back to the angel number of 128 within ourselves, the presence, God's presence, power, and energy, in which is definitely relevant in my life and showing up at this time for me, for you. Where there's one, there's two that's gathered in the name of the Most High. And we don't step in the name of love, though. Let me see. I heard step in the name of love, big time stepping. Big time stepping in, but walking light. Oh, that makes so much sense. We are walking light. We are light in motion. The living light of the Most High. Come on, light workers. Where y'all at? I want to say right now at this moment, thank everybody who has tuned in. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares, your subscribes. Thank you for your presence because it is the best present to receive. Wow. And this is I thought this was beyond the normal time that the videos would be. And that's like it's in sync too, because most of the videos for the messages go right at that same time frame for me. I don't know if that's it have a lot to do with the synchronicity. I thought I was be way over an hour and 47 minutes. Most of them, these videos have been around that same timing. And that's significant as well. So these are the side things that came in. Somebody in the collective saying they ain't worried about getting married because they married to the Most High right now. They have a lot of stuff that they are trying to accomplish, especially in the year of the 8. We have somebody like sweet and sour chicken. Somebody been acting sweet and they are sour. Somebody been acting sour but they really sweet. We have Lavelle that came in, and then I heard Lavelle the comedian. But I want to do one more thing on the Patti LaBelle. Wait, let me see. Because we had Lavelle came in when I was saying LaBelle. It's my tongue said Lavelle. May 24th, 1944. She's born. Patricia Louise Holt. Government name. May 24th. Is that a Gemini? We got a Gemini in the cut. Well, I didn't know that's Gemini because my baby girl is 2 days before that. I should already know. But I'm just showing you how this is coming to me as being a conduit of the Most High when I allow myself to be. And that's what I'm hearing. You have to be an allowance. All right, so we got Patti LaBelle is a Gemini, May 24th. She was born May 24th, 1944. You got 5 and 6. 5, 6, and 9 together accumulated. That's a 20. So that's a 2. Come on, how that don't go together? And I'm about to write it down because you have May is a 5. You have the 24 is a 6. And you have 1944. 10 plus 4 and 4 is 18, which is a 9. 5, 6, 9. 11 plus 9 is 20, right? And you break down that to 2. It all go together. Specifically, divine feminine, carrying the energy of the Gemini somewhere in your chart that highly resonates with your heart. This message could be for you to encourage you to keep going on throughout whatever losses that you may have had when we seen that weeping willow come up and then the cherry blossom for those transits. Know that those losses are only temporary and that when we look at the 8 and what that has to offer on the return, we're dealing with every bit of a karmatic thing, and know that all karma is not bad karma. You have possibly been suffering throughout your life from the past years to come. But this time, for everything that it is that you have put out, that you are going to be expected a return that is a great return. Then you need to use the cherry blossom agate to get some balance going on within your heart to help heal that hurt, to restore that joy that is there, is still there inside of you. You just been saddened throughout some times, but know that you are going to be able to come through this. And for us in the collective to also take this message as something to resonate with us and use to help us to get past all of those hurts that we have been through, and knowing that there is justice out there and that you need to, if you feel like you have been unjustly done, something has been unjustly done against you, to seek the legal advice that you need to. But you may need to seek international legal aid because of the distortion of what it may be in your hometown, or the implications of whatever that's going on that won't be successful with you using local legal services because of the corruption that is possibly there. Now let's get back on the side of these side notes. The side notes. All right. So we do know that Lavelle, the comedian, came up. I heard Lavelle as a comedian, somebody that has the name Lavelle. Okay. Lavelle, the comedian, born November 11th. We got 11/11, 1968. An actor known for playing um in Breaking Bad and his spin-off Better Call Saul. He also played the role of Gus Patch in the Netflix original film Ridiculous. Lavelle, what it is that you got going on, buddy? Is this for you? Lavelle Maurice Crawford. Maybe any of these names might resonate with you. Lavelle Maurice or Crawford. This is just what I'm saying. Take this message as it resonate with you. Don't try to make it be everything for you, but everything is for all of us, right? All right. All right, Lavelle. I hope you keep going successfully with your gastric sleeve surgery to enhance and change your life, right? Because sometimes we do need help to do that, especially when what we have done to ourselves could actually cause us to have an early demise. But you're reversing that hurt, okay? So that's what we're dealing with the karma and stuff that we got coming back. So we see that's going on. And then the movie Harry and the Hendersons. Let's see what that got to do with anything. It's a 1987 film. Something might be significantly that took place in 1987 for any of you all. But then I heard Bigfoot on that. A hairy person is like you're Bigfoot. Somebody have big feet. I know I do. And I ain't worried about it. I'm standing in my shoes. I'm standing in my shoes. What is about Bigfoot? But 1987 could be significant. And that's a seven. The myths. Bigfoot, I'm hearing is a myth. They saying is a myth. Or is it? They got a question behind that. Because I'm hearing they look at you like Bigfoot. Because it's a myth. Mysterious. Seen. Seen but unseen is what I'm hearing. And then that's why the big time stepping but walking light come in. Because, all right, I'm about to say this. Think about it, y'all. Bigfoot, right? When they out there in the woods, do they ever tell you they heard them? Which is ironic because anything that is moving through woods and brush, no matter how big and small, it has a vibration with it. It's gonna be crunching on some dried out leaves or whatever. You can hear it. But why isn't it that y'all who are recording these sightings of Bigfoot out there and whatever don't ever hear them? Big time stepping, but walking light. We are walking light. We are light in motion, but walking L-I-T-E, like, King Hill is a significant thing because that's that mysteriousness. They don't know when you're coming. This coming, I'm gonna have to laugh at this because I just heard somebody, one of the ancestors that I actually had interaction with, say, "Yeah, that's you all the way," and I'm laughing. I'm laughing because y'all just don't know how many people I done walked up on, and they shook back, shook around. They're like, "I didn't know you was there." I'm like, "How you ain't hear me? You ain't feel me?" But I'm laughing at myself because not only could it be me, there's many more out there that's like me that they consider us to be Bigfoot, Sasquatch, because we may seem like a myth or a mystery. They don't see us, but we seen, right? Mysterious, seen but unseen, seen on sight but not heard, walking light. All right. But then I also got the Henderson part. There's somebody specifically with the name Henderson, first or last name. It can be a hairy person. It possibly could be a teacher that's stepping into that light of being a guru. Pass out to all of those of you who are teaching. And then we got iron and clay. Now let's get to that one. What significance does that have? They have an iron and clay flowers that came up in these searches that was popular. Iron and clay, feet of iron and clay. What is that? They got iron and clay. Feet of iron and clay. We have iron and clay peas. They look like black eyed peas. Y'all black eyed peas. Did y'all have some? I know I had a plenty of them. Iron mixed with clay. Explore iron and clay with images, right? These are the side bars that come up. Iron and clay cowpeas. Let's go with the iron and clay feet. All right. We have Bible Gateway, Daniel 2 and 33 through 45, the King James Version. His legs of iron, his feet part of iron. Okay, let's see what this say. Daniel 2:33 through 45. His legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and brake them into pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken into pieces together, and became like a shaft of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. This is the dream. Oh my goodness, look how the dream coming back in with that honey badger. Dreams. This is the dream. and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven had given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. And whosoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven had he given unto thine hand, and had made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold. Remember what I was saying about the the, the Father art in heaven, this beautiful design of art that can be distorted by no one's wickedness. All of this is going back together. And like I said, the things that we have put out there in energy and word sound power are only there to reference the message that the Most High have internally put within us. There are many sources that can reference those messages that are being conveyed. Use them all. That's what we're talking about, the tools. And after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdued all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay, and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, as for much as thou sawest the iron mixed with merry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. We're seeing these things right now that are happening. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all the kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God had made known to the king that shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. Okay? And it's saying to read the full chapter. But these are things that I encourage you all to go deeper into for those of you who are deep into the symbology of the Bible and those things that do matter to you. These are what is the messages that have been given to me to convey to you all with the significance of the 1 to 8, the 11, the 2, as well as um, the honey badger spirit animal, the cherry blossom, the weeping willow, somewhere over the rainbow, and also with the messenger by great sister Patty LaBelle. Thank you. You probably don't know what role you played in this all for this day, but you have been part of the Most High grand design for these times and that we are living in, which is a cumulative of the message that I am conveying today. Because what is happening right now with the myths that are being broken is that they seem to mistake us for a Bigfoot, mysterious seen but unseen, that they had no idea with significance that big time stepping would be able to create within this life. But we are big time stepping, walking light, Light. Catch me on sight, how I move. Will you see me, or will you see me and not see me? And that is for you to revelate about, right? And then the release on that with Iron and Clay Ministry and the dream of what it is that was conveyed in the message. All right, somebody say, keep going, please keep going. Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and worshiped Daniel and commanded that they should offer an oblation and sweet odorous. Look how I'm getting chill. Sweet and sour, sweet, odorous unto him. The king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth it is that your God is a God of good. Ooh, la, 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 la. Let me drink some of this. Somebody, y'all gonna hear the message, no matter how the tongue don't wanna abide. I'm asking the Lord the part of my tongue to convey the message. The king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth, it is that your God is a God of gods and a Lord of kings and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man and gave him many great gifts and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon. Babylon, walls don't fall down. And I heard the wise men say, Babylon walls will fall down. Then King made Daniel a great man and gave him many great gifts and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon. Then Daniel requested of the king, and he set Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon. But Daniel sat in the gate of the king. Somebody is like Daniel in the midst of the lion's den. Oh, Daniel. Mm, walking in light, walking light, stepping big like a Bigfoot. Oh my God. Ooh, this is like church for me right here. Not because of what it is that I'm reading out of the word, because all of the words that have been read today are correlating with one another. They are not separate or nor they divide, but they are individually coming together. Do your bidding. Excuse me, but my stomach is in that perspective of being, it's like it wanna be fed, but the sound of what it is that I'm hearing is that gut instinct. You feel it in your gut, right? And every part of your body have a vibration, and it makes a sound. But that's what it is in my chi that is speaking forward. A great sound from out of my mind. in my space connected with the Most High. And that is what it is that you are offering as well. Be as Daniel throughout these times, speaking to somebody, divine masculine, born in November. That's how the Lavelle come up. The comedian. It's time for you to stop being so comedic. Not the comedian, Lavelle. Leave that to those which are ordained for that purpose. Somebody been acting like a comedian, but you have the spirit of Daniel upon you, is what I'm hearing right now. And this is out of the context of what it's not out of the context of what it is that the Most High gave me with this message. But he's saying, don't stop, keep going on, because it's more to give. And I'm just looking at everything that's just popping out at me. Because right now we living in the times where Babylon systems and ways are currently on the rule upon the face of this earth. But we know that there is a 8 that's coming that can't be late. I'm hearing Big Papa. I don't know if his number is 748 or 728. Can't be late. Let me see something. If it's meant to come out in this state, because I said I was going to go away with it. But this is definitely relevant information that's here. Pulling something up. And it's in there. It's time for the men. He said it's time for them to be men. Put away your childish ways. You have a duty to yourself that will actually help serve the rest of humanity. And it does not matter what color or creed you are declaring, because no one knows one from the other than in spirit. We got fidelity. We got a fast car rider, somebody driving a Trans Am, a Mustang, a Lambo, a Audi, a Camaro, a El Camino, a Monte Carlo, a Cutlass. Y'all know who y'all are. These are things that's dealing with men. Look at that. What I'm talking about. Order my steps in your word. Teach me, guide me every day. I want to walk worthy. What was I saying earlier in this video? Go back and resonate with it. Watch the whole thing. Analyze it, dissect it as you see. Because I asked the Most High to order my steps. Order my words. When I was telling you that I didn't know what the messages was going to be able to bring me through. Order my steps. Somebody need to get back into their actual connection with the divine. Y'all been trying to connect with so many different people. You tap into sources that are not the source of you, where you originate from. You cannot be denied access to a home on the basis of your color, your race, your religion, your sex, your nationality, your origin, your disability, or your familial status. Louisiana Housing Corporation. What is this about? Equal and Fair Housing Act, non-discrimination. Somebody been discriminated on about their housing. This is the ultimate goal, for everybody to be able to be housed from out of the elements. If that's not the truth, then why are you cutting down what it is that the earth has provided for us to have all of what we have? You do not pay. Man, you have stole from the earth. No matter what color, race, religion, sex, nationality, origin, disability, or familial status, you took everything you got from the earth for to create homes. But now we have to pay hefty prices because what it is that you're trying to see for to satisfy your soul is financial gain. And that's all of a blasphemy against the most high natural God. Eat some prunes and get moving. Plum juice is coming in here. We got bounty hunters in here. Point blank, period. On both sides. And then what is this? You have outgrown your childhood beliefs. Time to learn something new. These are the new beginnings that we're looking forward to. I just wanted to see if you were going to keep your word. And then it said, your honesty means more to me than you know. Somebody was doing something was in vain. And then we got 7, the number 7, insightful, intuitive, truthful, introspective, intellectual, and wise, balanced, and curious souls creating a happy life. And we got the 7 that came up when Lavelle came into it. So this is somebody definitely in the month of November that need to get this message. November the 11th is what? That's a Scorpio. A Scorpio. I'm using a computer to confirm what it is that I'm saying to y'all. You've been playing games with yourself, sir or ma'am. It's time for you to stop joking with yourself because you're not joking me. What else, Most High? Let it be heard and seen through this because it's getting personal. You got spiritual war. I'm not coming to you in vain. I'm coming to you to save your soul. Some of you already deem yourself to be casted in hell, but you don't know if that's where you're supposed to be. It's in vain. In vain coming up again because you were vain. This is a Scorpio. Do I need to look up the characteristics and traits of a Scorpio? You are a part of the collective. You have a specific calling upon your life. Nobody may have never told you about this. Somebody might have told you, but you don't believe it. And everything that you have been doing has been to serve you. Stop perpetrating the fraud and become who it is that you're supposed to be. You meant to be because you need to start a new career. You're denying yourself the total happiness that you deserve. Don't worry about seeing me right now because that's a vain thing. What we got? This here. A physical year. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What is this whole new thing with a new beginning? It's about a physical year, the new year in this side of the world. But then on the flip side of that, we got every which way. You see some go up, some go down, all around. What's on this side at this time is going to be on that side at that time because it goes in motion. Exclusion is what you choose. That's what you get. But you're excluding yourself from the all. What is this here right here? Singularity on things, person, place, etc. at one given time. Singularity is exclusion. What I'm talking about, mother, mama, 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 mommy, mama, mother, earth, the hurt. I'm hearing somebody, the hurt that you receive from your mother when you were a child is every bit of what it is that's stopping you from being in your calling and doing what it is that the Most High is asking of you. What is this? We got 311. Energy and motion. I'm giving to you, collective. Everything that I'm giving to you right now, I cannot get it back. I cannot take it back. I shall not, because it is given. But what I will get is what I have given to you, what the Most High is got for me. It is mine to receive. Because I've been diligently doing what it is that's been asked of me to love unconditionally. And for that, I have been greatly hated. He said, no more shall you be a sacrifice, my daughter. You walk in that strength of the honey badger this day. And that's what I'm taking for myself. I thought Big Papa was going to come up, but he didn't come by himself. Because the reason that he's a Big Papa is because he have a Big Mama with him. What did it say? Big Mama time. Big Mama say, Big Papa talk. Big Mama time is 739. What is Big Papa time? 428. I say 728, but I wasn't too sure. But I know they are reassuring me. My Big Mama, my Big Papa, your Big Mama, your Big Papa. Because see, somebody want to see you hurting. Somebody want to see you without. There's users and abusers in every facet of your life that try to gain off of the energy that is so sweet of you because they smell it on you. Because you are so forgiving. You're ever loving. And you don't know when to let people go that have hurt you because you want everyone to be where you are destined to be. But they are not. Because they have not been where you have been. Right? So what is it that Big Mama and Big Papa are saying? They had to come. Your hard work is paying off. 311, triple 11, 311, 45. They saying we alive. I am your child. Watch over me is what I'm saying. On the flip of that, what it is that you see, you take them 2 ones, they turn them back to back. They stand correct when they stand back to back because they got each other back. He shoot from the front, she shoot from the back. Anything else that's not of you, is definitely going to get dealt with. What is this about? A twin flame forever thing. Big Papa say all Big Mama gotta do is watch his back and let him do the shooting. Each one back to back. All she have to do is hold the safety pack. Guns and ammo included. Only this time is words and mics that they using. This is the fight. It's not in vain. Somebody been doing a whole lot that was. But the honesty that is inside of you mean more to the collective than what you know, because we dealing with spiritual war. So you gotta go in the spirit. You need to get back connected with your roots, collective, especially if you a Scorpio who came on this comedic side of things with that 11 date of birth. And then I'm hearing it could even not just be a Scorpio, but specifically but somebody born in the month of November. Y'all know who y'all are. This is what's going on. Is a war against the ordained family unit. And there's multiple wars that are physically happening in places of holiness, supposed holiness. I'm doing this right here. I took everything out that was out. These are some old. Point blank period. Somebody, please don't cry anymore. Why, y'all heard it in my voice? But we got the weeping willow that came up already that's saying that is a time for everything. I just put a whole message about that because I seen how people been manipulating my views, been manipulating my YouTube page. Y'all been manipulating. Y'all were looking for a response that you did not get. You are nothing but a vexation and a botheration. And I am very much adamant about my meditation. Somebody saying this. I made a big mistake. They too far deep into what it is and what it is about. Pin codes. That's where that legal advice coming at in. What is this? Energy transfer, currency, money, revenues received, illegal transfer, right behind the pin codes. And as you can see, I'm about to show y'all something. Look at the color of this ink. Look at the color of this ink. These were not created at the same time, but they're creatively coming together for this message. What we got? Blue calcite. Somebody needs that. And I specifically know that blue calcite is something that can help you if you are dealing with sicknesses. Let me look that up to be reassured because I know I can stand corrected. Calming the mind and the body, reducing stress, anxiety, and nervousness. You need it. Soothing the throat, the lungs, respiratory system, helping with respiratory ailments. See, this is what I'm saying. Relieving pain and inflammation, especially in the bones and joints. Enhancing spirituality, intuition, and physical of psychic abilities. Thank you, Most High. What we got on the table? That unconditional love. It's done popped out at me. I'm going to do what I have to do to make things right for you. Sorry for hurting you. This somebody feeling all this, they can't even say it. These are the feelings that I picked up on being an empath. Why y'all think I stay away from around a lot of people? Because y'all energies speak to me more than what it is that your mouth say. And your mouth be lying. And if I call you out on it, you're going to get mad and you want to attack me spiritually. You were so right. Don't worry. I got your back. What is that? That just hit the floor. They can't stand you because of him. Gang stalking. Who is him? See, it's everybody talking about it. It's more to this than what you know. And I definitely know that there's more to it. But the more to it than what I know is that the names of the people, they won't be revealed, because once their names is revealed, then they know they definitely is out of there. Your voice must be heard. Point blank, period. What is this about? Provisional patents. It's some idea, concept that you've created that they can't get past. Illegal invasion of privacies. We dealing with PIN codes, illegal transfer of money and revenues and stuff like that. Stealing from the poor. And look at my gut saying, sure is. Why? Because they didn't know about obedience. In order to be able to hear what it is that the Most High is saying, you got to be obedient and wait for the grace of the Most High to be bestowed upon you. Simple elegance or refinement of movement, goodwill, favor, grace. What we got? Video voyeurism. And that's how a Leo came up. But is he upright? Should I take it as that? If offense was cause of viral video transmission, then that is a worldwide federal offense. That's possibly why the Focus Law, which is an international law group, came up. Because what you're dealing with, my dear, is something that cannot be handled by the local authorities. They're not to be trusted, because there's no way that they don't know what has been done. If you did not submit these things yourself, someone else submitted them. And if you did not give them the permission or the rights to, then that is a violation of your human right, which is a civil law case. But then when you're dealing with the transmission of global information using international devices, and especially the World Wide Web, it becomes internationally federal. What is this? One account. This is for every transfer. Somebody use your video transmission, regardless to what it is. If they think it's good or bad, and it is offensive to you, the first offense of them having it and transmitting it to one person is $500 and less 6 months in prison. The second transmission is $1,000, no less than a year imprisonment time. Multiply the number of transmissions by how many people has received that, and especially if they receive money off that, they got to pay. And in Louisiana is a civil law jurisdiction, but when you're using the internet, it is global transmitted. It become a global crime. The jurisdiction is wide open. That's why galactic forces is involved. What came up behind that? Point blank, period. Y'all seen me pull it off of there? Well, we got a Leo involved in this as well. This is multiple. What do we see? gang stalking came up because of some man, because of him. That's why the thing with Daniel and these Babylonian men coming up. Daniel 2, 33. You don't even have to go to 33 through 45. The whole Daniel 2. You started from the first one. With Nebuchadnezzar. What type of man is he? This way it go from the beginning of Daniel 2. And in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep break from him. That means he couldn't sleep. His dreams is troubling him. Then the king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. Him and the king. What are we dealing with? Do I know what I know or not know what I know because I just know it, or because the Most High has prepared me for this day to know what it is that I know that's within? That's why they want to stalk me as a woman, because I don't proclaim Eastern Star or association with Masonry. If it's embedded within me to have the knowledge within me, you got to be from the ancestors, right? The king, then the king commanded to call the magicians, the astrologers, the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dream. He could not even understand what it is that he's dreaming his own self. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. What does dreams have to do with it? Every bit of it, because we are in the spirit of the honey badger, fighting to live our dreams, undisturbed of these challenging dreams and horrific nightmares that other people have been projecting. Point blank, period. What is it about a Leo that we need to know? Leos love to lead. They love to perform. They love to talk. They love to be admired and receive the praises and respect of others. On the other hand, they jealous, controlling, possessive at their worst. Who is him? Could be him, the Leo. But we dealing with multiple people involved in this, as we seeing when it comes to the male spirit, because the spirit of the divine feminine came through by way of Sister Patti LaBelle. Thank you. On the Gemini side, and we dealing with the lovers, thinking about that. And what did we see that came up? A twin flame thing when Mama and Big Papa came in together with the 311. Let me give the message on that. For the angel number, meaning angel number 311 is a message of positivity and optimism about the future. How can there be a future without a mother and a father creating it from out of all life? It is a powerful number in numerology that represents the ability to create necessary changes through confidence, and creativity. The number is associated with good luck, protection, guidance from the angel. It is a sign of abundance, creativity, and a change, and is considered a positive message from the guardian angels to start something new and nourish your creativity. That goes back to what it was that I was telling us, divine, our women. I don't care if you consider yourself to be divine or not, barren or fertile, to not allow wickedness to come through the creativity sensor, the portal of your womb. That's what we dealing with, spiritual warfare of against sexual magic. You wondering why your cycle backed up for days and days is because you laid with somebody who is robbing you of the fertility or the life that you bring forward through your womb. And they got your cycle all off because of the wickedness that lays within them, or the evil, or the deception, or the debt, the theft. They did not give you anything back. They only came to steal. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. How many? One, two, three. But on the side, on the other sides of those, is there anything? What was the first point blank, period? It was the red one. I love the way you chew your food. They was watching you do that. On the other side of this point blank period, the ride may get a little rough. And this is point blank period on both sides. What was happening after that? A contradiction of actions and words, because they were saying a whole lot of stuff that they were not ready to accomplish or to stand up for. Why? Point blank period. Because of the PDA. Somebody got mad about. And I can just see this. I have a whole lot that's running through the reel of my mind, REEL, that's playing over and over, because I feel like this elephant sometimes they have a whole lot of memories that I cannot forget. These are the things that have taught me lessons, so I have learned them. And you cannot unlearn what you have learned. When people display public um, endearments of affection towards one another, when we dealing with lovers, spiritualists that love each other, or regular people, or twin flames, or soulmates, or whatever, those who are admirable of these two people will try to tear them apart. Point blank, period. What's on the other side of this point blank, period? Your juicy drives them crazy. 357 got him juicy, drive him crazy. 357 is significant. What is this? Some upside down. Are we going to take it as an upside down? Study all your tools so that you will know how to use them wisely. This coming back up because I have definitely been talking about the tools to use when we're talking about the cherry blossom agate. Number 5, your spirit guides have a message for you. Focus on yourself before embarking on a relationship. And that's what we're talking about. So glad that you trust me. You trust somebody, but I'm telling you that the Most High told me to put my trust in no man. But you have trusted, because I know I have trusted. What is upside down? You gotta go with all that mess. Somebody gotta go. Who is it that somebody that gotta go? Somebody uncle doing too much. You depend on my heart. You open my heart to let you into my mind, but it was upside down. But we're going to take it right side up, because that is a right side act. When you open up somebody's heart to let them into their mind, you open it up, and maybe it was upside down because they didn't receive it right. That you they opened up your heart to let them inside of your mind. But we got bigger keys coming, bigger houses, Wires in the wall. It's all fiber optics. Telecommunication. Look into privacy laws. Such. Mm. Do we need to know anymore? What was I talking about? What I know that's going on, it has been happening to me. But y'all will not reveal yourself. But y'all bold enough to do what it is that y'all doing, whatever level y'all on. You a coward in my eyes. And I just seen that piece come up. Look how it come up again. That's why they mad. I just switched this around and it came up again. Oh my God. Look at that. Point blank period. Why? Because of the word copper. And what they have to do a lot with copper color people. Right? Malleable, ductile, an extremely good conductor of both heat and electricity. It's good for your arthritis, rheumatism, and joint pain. Right? You have the healing touch. What else? Never forget who you are so that you won't act like someone else. That's the whole thing. Too many people are trying to be someone else and they're not being their own self. Ooh, the gut say yes. I'm hearing it out of my gut. I will starve out anything that does not serve the purpose of what it is that the Most High have for me in this life. It's been a long and hard road to get there. I have made mistakes along the way. We seen that. We all made mistakes along the way. This is what it is that's in this message that is out of the collective downloads that had been given. It's a whole lot that needs to change and a whole lot that will change. But let not your words be in vain. Is my living in vain? Is my giving in vain? Is my singing in vain? No, of course not. It's not all in vain. 'Cause up the road. What is up the road? I'm saying, I'm a saying, hands up, don't shoot. 277. What's up the road? Grants. What's up the road? Towers. What's up the road? Slowing down and getting to the love you give will you will get back. That's where I'm gonna end it at. Because that's what we dealing with. It's all about love in these love-less times. Stay positive. Hear the words that it is that resonate with you for your soul, and take out all of the zodiacs if you have to get the messages for you. Leave them in where you know those zodiacs play the role for whatever it was that was in the message. How is there? Go back to the beginning before the oracle cards came into effect, and at the big time stepping, but walking light, going back to that light of being in the spirit of a Bigfoot that they thought you were. Probably tried to use it as a derogatory term because you are mysterious, seen but unseen. And that means that they don't overstand you. And then this is the final thing: be a man or woman and keep your word. That's where we're going to live at, inside of the word, because all of the words that have been heard today has been grandly ordained for to be conveyed and displayed here, for the ones that you have seen when it was in a notebook, and the ones that you have heard from me speaking, and the things that I have actually told you that you can go and look up for yourself. And then we're gonna end on Scuff from McGruff gonna take a bite out of that tail. Let me look at it one more time. I don't know why Scuff McGruff came up. Scuffy McGruff. SC. Wait. Go back. Y'all not about to. Scruff McGruff. SCRUFF. When the going gets scruff. There's a cartoon also about Scruff McGruff. This is a cartoon some of you may want to reintroduce to your children if you have children that are born during these times. These are things that are wholesome. There's a 6-minute video that just came up with this. He's a crime dog and he has a nephew. But see, that's where the uncle come in at. All this means something. Maybe it was an uncle who is somebody that is in law enforcement that was trying to do something for their nephew and they were doing it in vain. And now you done got yourself caught up. You got your uncle caught up. And if you that uncle who's on the right side of things, kudos to you. You know who you are and what you did, how you did it. And that's why I'm gonna leave it at, because there's more that I could go on. These are all things that came in and they're written. And it's sad that if you're doing all of this because of love, then that's really indicative of the problems that you have that you are not willing to face or to get healed. I'm so glad I did not deny the Holy Spirit. Like I said, my plan was to not do a video on any type of energy reading, any type of numerology, any type of angel numbers for a long period of time. But I was going to just do my shorts. But then the Most High said, no, go forward. Because that's the exact reason why they messing with your numbers. And you're not getting paid for it, but they trying to get your attention. But this is the attention that I have given to you all, and this is what it will continue to be. And whenever I do, look what came up, equally yoked. That's what I was talking about earlier. And see, the more I keep, I ain't even looking at it. The more I keep going, it's more stuff that's coming out that's relevant to what I was saying. But being equally yoked inside of the Most High, this is in the message without the oracle cards. These are things that I was saying. All right, I'm gonna have to get out of here because I could keep going on. It's almost 3 hours into this, and the longest ones that I have done, I was saying, you can't plan things, but most of the time it's just an hour and 30 minutes or a little bit more than that. But I'm almost 3 hours into this thing. And why? Because somebody need clarity, somebody need upliftment, somebody need hope, somebody need that encouragement to go on. Somebody need clarity about what it is that they kind of feel but have not had the opportunity and time to look into, to keep going and be in the perspective of what it is the year of the 8 is going to bring us with this reciprocity, with karma, with the abundance, with balance, and everything else that you need to have in life. And this day, be excited in the spirit of the honey badger. Recognize what it is that the cherry blossom is offering to us, and also the weeping willow. And then go head on over that rainbow, even though those clouds that try to block what it is that you have, know that balance is coming. It is all because of your intuition and your desire to live in your dreams and not someone else's. I love you all. From the peace that's within me be bestowed upon you. Know that there's a time for everything. Know when to fight. Know when to do what must be done. Don't give up. Have a great one.